Well, good evening, folks. Let me just stop the screen share here and let's go to our full screen and let's go 1 second here. Sorry about that, Meyer Paul. Okay, there we go. Okay, I haven't done that for a while. It's like I'm a little rusty. Well, first of all, I would say good evening, everyone, and it's a real pleasure to reconnect. Tammy and I actually been traveling all over the Philippines, and I'm saying we've been on the road nonstop, and it was a lot of fun actually reconnecting with our friends in the Philippines, and just a lot of really productive time, and so it was just wonderful. And Tammy came back. What was it, Tammy? It was last week on Monday, I think we arrived, or Tuesday morning, I think.
Super early Tuesday morning. And then I
Yeah.
got on the road and went to visit my mom. So it's been pretty busy.
Yeah, and then I was on a little bit under the weather for about 2 days. I mean, really, really under the weather. I think it was a combination of super tired and jet lag and so forth and everything else. But you know what we did is every 4 hours I was taking an extra Max One. I just love these products like crazy. I mean, whenever things don't go well, obviously we take our normal amount of products, and then every 4 hours I was taking one Celgivity, and I made sure I take one just before I went to bed, drank a lot of water. I did the same thing on the second day, and the third day it was kind of gone. And I'm telling you, it was the kind of, the initial virus when you feel that you're coming up with something like sounds like a sinus infection or something like that. Your body shaking, everything's hurting. It's like you've been hit by a truck. Well, that's how it felt. And it says, oh my God, I have activities this week. There's no way we can't do that. Can't happen. Can't happen. But I'm telling you, these products are just so amazing. And I know the topic of today is, strategies on handling daily adversities. And we want to share with you some of the things that Tammy and I deal, as many of you are dealing with on a daily basis. Let's talk about the white elephant. We know there is a shortage of products, and we know it's a problem. In fact, we do have some good news. I had a lengthy conversation with our CEO today, and just asked a lot of the tough questions and what's going on and everything else. And the good news is, the good news and the bad news. The good news is in January we're gonna have like an amazing amount of products. So there's a whole bunch of products going to be shipped all over the world. So it looks like Joe feels very, very, very comfortable. He feels that hump that we've been dealing with is really coming to an end. And we have to tighten the belt a little bit for the month of October and the month of November and December. Now we have plenty of ATP, which is that you confirmed. We have plenty of ATP. I know that the Celgivity, it's going to be in January, but we do have the Max One, and we have the Switch, which I'm super happy to be back on. And the good thing that we're finding all over the world is people are waiting, despite the challenges that it's providing, that's giving us, where I know we're losing some ownerships. I know we're losing some associates. There's no question about that. But you know what? Life is life, right? Some quit and some will persevere. And we want to talk to you about how Tammy and I handle all of these things. But the good news is the dark times are coming to an end, if I may put it into these words. Joe, I've never seen a man that committed. I know he doesn't communicate as much as I would love, but the thing is, he really cares, and he really pushes hard, really, really hard. And the fact is that we're getting into this really difficult time now. And folks, again, Tammy and I give Tammy a chance to share her thoughts too on this sub before we start the topic tonight. I just wanted to kind of level with all of you, because I know you're all asking what's going on, when. I don't have all the answers, but I know that January is a key where things are going to thrive. We should be doing very well. I say we should be because I don't have a crystal ball, but from what I'm being told is we're going to have plenty of all of our products. But right now, my recommendation is, if you have some otterships and you have some close members of yours that are on ottership, and you know that some of these products are in back order at the moment, I recommend you don't just sit back and wait. Just let them know, hey, by the way, this is in back order, but you can order the Max 1. You can order the ATP. I know the Infuse is going to get back ordered very soon. So that's what I think is going to happen. But then back in January, things are going to go back to I think, a new normal. And Tammy and I, we want to talk a little bit about this as some examples, how we're dealing with the adversities on some of the things. I have an ad campaign that's going on right now. We're following some of the things that they're doing in the Philippines. They're doing so well. Things in the Philippines do really well, but can't work in Canada, because in Canada, to breathe oxygen, it costs liquid gold, right? So everything we do costs liquid gold. But in the Philippines, you can get away with so many things where they have shipping companies that little mopeds, like, thousands and thousands and thousands of people. It's like a Uber, but called something different. And it costs a couple pennies to drop things all across the Philippines, where here it's going to be $12, right? So there's some things that they do there that is just not compatible here because of the cost of living in our country here. But there's some things that they do that is working really, really well that I'm actually doing. I'm going to share with you what I'm doing and some of the examples of how we deal with adversity. So Tammy, did you want to share a few words in line to what we were talking about here?
Well, when it comes to the product, I think what's really, really important is to adjust with what we have and to be patient. I mean, that's about it. And just, when you talk to new people, they don't even know. So it's the prospect in a new environment. And we'll talk about some of the ideas that we can throw at you and how to overcome a lot of the challenges, because new people don't know what we have, and whatever you promote, they'll get excited about. So the ATP, I have to say, that is a product I literally cannot live without. And so I don't know about all of you, but since it's been back, I'm seeing a huge difference. And also the switch. Of course, we're super excited that one's back as well, because since we've been off the product, I gained weight in my midsection. And so now we're back on it, and I'm actually feeling a little bit lighter. So I guess because we've been on it so long, and you get off it just for what, 3 months, I think it was, maybe total. Getting back on it, you're going to get a quick result. So super pumped.
I totally agree. I mean, I just love it. So I know that some of you may have some questions. My reporting reference to the GXL. I did ask about the GXL because I'll be honest with you, I haven't had GXL in probably 5 years, 7 years, 6 years. I forgot the last time I even took it. Tammy and I were considering.
I think they're okay with GXL.
Yeah, I think they are. But I know the Philippines are big in the GXL. So I know that they might be channeling a lot of the product over there. Where here is the Salgivity, which right now it's back ordered, but we have the Max 1, and the Max 1 is just an incredible product. And it's also really interesting because being on the switch for many, many years on the maintenance, and then you get off the switch, and then you're back on, it's just amazing. Right away, I had some detox. I remember way back, I had some headaches, you know what I mean, when I started taking the switch. That's the detox. And I started getting that a little bit, and then it's gone. And I'm noticing right away that my midsection is starting to go down also. And I also tend to, how do you say that cleanly? Go to the washroom more often, right? So it's really cool. I drink a lot more water. And what I remember is that if you're on the switch, if you're physically moving, training, it's even more active. It's even more effective. So again, and I remember that was mentioned way back when we started. So all this to say, folks, overall, all over the world, we're all dealing with this stuff. We are. And again, and I know I sound like a broken record, but I just want to again bring to the table that many, and I mean many network marketing companies haven't survived this. But Max is working. And you know why? Is people are waiting. They are waiting for these products. They really, really are. So the fact is, yes, we're going to lose some. Yes, it's fact. It's okay. It's a fact. But some are going to come back, right? And the fact here is, and that's what we want to talk about, is how do we deal with the daily adversities? How did Tammy and I go through it all? Because folks, let's face it, we have an empire. Well, we had an empire that span across the world with over 350,000 members. Well, let me tell you, if there's someone's been hit, we've been hit, and we've been hit really hard. But how do we deal with all of this? And that's what we want to talk to you about, because we're still going to Florida, right? We're still doing our things. And the fact here is that, yes, we're innovating, we're creating other stream of income. And yes, we are. There's no question there. But the fact is, how do we deal with the daily adversities? Do we sit back and whine and complain, or do we figure out what to do? And one of the things that's very important, I'm going to talk about, very first one, is overcoming objection and handling objection. Well, one of the biggest objection or handling objection that I get is, how can I build my business with lack of products? That's one of the biggest objections that I get right now. So what I do is I connect with all of the leaders that are inquiring, that it is in the Philippines or in Africa, wherever it is in the world, and I level with them. And I say, yes, there's a fact that there's a bit of a shortage right now, but I am grateful that we're in business. And in fact, we're not going anywhere. But what I would suggest for you to do is, instead of just waiting on that one product, there are options. And instead of just waiting for the CellGVD to arrive, shift over to the Max One. Extremely effective, pure. In fact, there's the same amount of glutathione component in a Max One that there is in a CellGVD. Of course, the CellGVD is a buffet of other things, but also there's the Max GXL, which I believe right now, I don't know for a fact, my report was asking, because I never ordered GXL, I'm not sure, but you can check this out. But the fact is, and that's what I tell him, is adjust. And this is exactly what their leadership has done. So if they're selling products through their advertising campaign, and a lot of them do exactly what I'm doing, is they do a Facebook ad campaign with a budget of $5 a day. And what I do is, when I use an option, is to send a message. And when I send a message on my ad, I have an automatic response to send them to a link that will actually educate them on the glutathione and the CellGVD. In this case, I'm not going to do CellGVD, I'm going to work on the ATP. So I'm going to shift that over. And then what happens is that there's constant correspondence between the prospects, and they interact with them. I'm giving you an example of some of the conversation we had about shifting and adjusting to what's available. It's exactly what they're doing, and they're making sales and they're making money. So that's my point, is to overcome the objections and handling objections. And that's what it is to find an opportunity within the challenges we're facing to still find different means of moving forward. And I think everybody knows the answer, but a lot of it is also going to have to do with your posture, on how you posture yourself, right? Do you talk to your downline you like you're defeated, or you're talking to your downline like you're a warrior and we're going to figure this out, but in the meantime, here's what I'm doing, with a certain amount of certainty and direction, and you will find that people will follow. And this is something that's really important. That's a complete different topic, but what we found is, where there's strong leadership, the business remains. Of course, it will fluctuate, of course, but where there's good leadership, the business remains. And this is our message to you, is you want to lead. Back to you, Tammy.
It was interesting today. I was at the Healthy Planet. We're just grabbing some health stuff, and over and above what we already take with Max, I was getting some protein powder. And it was interesting. I was doing some calls while I was sitting in the car too. And people were in and out of that place nonstop while I was on the phone sitting in the car, nonstop. And it's Monday at what, 2 o'clock, I think I was there. So they're buying healthy products. They're out there buying it. So it's just a matter of having conversations with people and seeing if they're open and looking to be on the product, to give it a shot, right? So it's just build relationships, find out where people are at, see if they're open to learn about new health products, and go from there. If they're not open, next, you keep going, you keep moving on to the next person. So number 2 is maintaining motivation and consistency. And that's a big, big thing. I think that the most important thing in that would be knowing where you're going. When you set clear goals and they're specific, and you have a target for when you want to achieve it, and you do the little things every day to move towards it, you don't get caught up in all this stuff. Seriously, you don't. And so creating a vision board, I don't know if you've looked at your vision board lately. I was recently looking at mine, and to see where I'm at with all of this, and to visualize your goals. You need to see them. And a lot of people don't take the time to see what they really want, because when you can see it and you become emotionally attached to it, then circumstances come into your life that will move you towards it. The key is to be open to receive, because a lot of people miss the boat. You know, sometimes people will be standing right in front of you, and that could be that perfect person, but you're so busy and you're so occupied on what you have to do next, you're just missing that opportunity to have a conversation. And so that's really, really important, is to develop a routine. When you're organized and you have a routine and you're doing the daily activities, then you're totally focused. And that's the most important thing, is to be focused consistently when you're building your max business. So what you want to do is to set your key hours. Some of you are full-time, some of you are part-time, some of you, you've got different things going on, right? So you need to set your schedule on what you're going to do during your max time. And constantly stay informed. When you're up to date on everything that's happening, then it creates excitement and motivation, that in itself. And always celebrate the small wins, you guys. I think people don't celebrate enough the steps moving forward. Always celebrate that, because that's what's going to keep you motivated for the big wins. Because there's going to be big wins if you're consistently doing those small wins. And personal development, I can't stress that enough. That's going to help you grow personally and overcome those challenges here. Let's face it, we're human beings. We're going to have up days, we're going to have down days. And so what do you do when you're down? How do you get up? What are the activities that you do? I like to go to the gym. The gym, it just opens me up with my creativity, and it gives me the energy to keep going and accomplish a lot during the day. So I like working out, and I like to work out first thing in the morning. It's what gets me going. And I could go on and on and on, Chris. I mean,
that's all good. That's all good.
There's lots of things to create motivation. Mm-hmm.
I agree with you, Tammy. That's one of the things, is training in the morning. And trust me, guys, when you're traveling and you're dealing with jet lag, it is like, I feel like 1,000 pounds trying to move and lift weights and jump around. It's like, my God, it don't feel like it. But that's the things, you got to fight this, because as soon as you're done, you feel that you've accomplished your very first part of the day. I'm telling you, it has a mindset. It sets your mindset in the right space. So I do recommend to do that. If you're if training is too strenuous for you right now because of the physical condition, then go for a walk, or go into on a bicycle, the standing bicycle, and just move around and drink water. Now, just drinking water is not going to cut it. But obviously moving around and eating grains and eating our max products, and it's a combination of all of these things. So number three that we want to talk about in reference to how to deal with daily adversity is effective time management in network marketing. This is really, really important. Tammy and I are accomplishing so much work, and we still have time, leisure time. But that's because we're very structured in our time. And I'll even catch myself wasting time on flicking TikTok and, Instagram and Facebook messages. We all do, right? To see what's going on. But the fact is, you need to tailor your life. I know Eric had a session on this. I don't know if it was one of our inner circle, or if it was a generic, I forgot exactly where did he talked about it, because we listened to so many of his material. But it's the time management, and having a very tight schedule could be extremely profitable for you. And you could find that there's a lot of time left to actually do the things that matters to you. And the fact here is, we just did some trainings all over the Philippines. In fact, Agnes is with us here, Tammy, and I was just thanking Agnes for hosting us in her city and took us for supper. It was, thank you very much, Agnes. Really appreciate you. And every cities, we talked about the 10 steps, and one of them is about time management. And it's absolutely critical that you do an inventory on what matters to you. What do I mean by that? Tammy talked about your dream board. For some of you, that may feel childish or whatever, but the fact is, this is a source that you can really identify what matters to you most. And you'll find that it's not all materialistic, right? And once you understand what matters to you most, then start doing an inventory of how much time you waste in a day doing things that are not in line with what really matters to you most. This is what we're talking about right now. It's critically important. And if you do that, it could actually have a very impact in your own life. Doesn't matter how old you are. Do an inventory. How much time are you placing in areas that has absolutely nothing to do with what you truly desire in life? And start weeding out the crap, if you understand my meaning, where you spend your time doing things that are not in line with what you want in life. And you will find that you will make a lot of space for the things that really matters. And I know that's not easy, because a lot of it is a habit. It's like smoking and stop smoking, right? It's a habit. Even if you know it's not good for you, it's a habit. So it takes time to break a habit. So this is something that's very important. Do inventory of what you do on a daily basis and start focusing your time on what matters. Right now, what's important, if you have members, associates, I recommend you connect with them, level with them of what's going on. And I'm telling you, people are hooked on their Max products, and some won't understand. That's fine. Give them farewell, and they can go wherever they want to go. I'm not worried about that. We're going to focus on the people who want to stick around. And the people, and I'm telling you, a lot of people are sticking around. And not only that, but a lot of new people are coming on board because they like the ATP. But again, it's just a question of leveling with them, making sure they understand the situation, the current economy. You wouldn't believe how difficult it is for people to even afford $10 a day or $10 a month. It's the economy is messy right now. So the reality here is just to be understanding and to focus on the benefits. And I'm telling you, people will spend their time and money on where it matters most. So that's something that's very important, is effective time management. Where do you focus your time most? It also applies what you think about most. If you think about, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough product, I can't build my business with this, and that's where you live in, well, guess what? That's exactly what you'll be facing every single day. And Tammy and I are facing that every day, but somehow we're able to move around, and every day we just keep moving forward, right? This morning, we just booked our tickets to Florida. We're excited. And here's what we did. I had 268,000 points. I used 68,000 points and I didn't have to pay a penny to go to Florida. Isn't that cool? So there's so many options out there. If you look around, and there's so many things I can talk to you about on different options there are out there to subsidize whatever might be lacking. It's all a mindset, folks. And I was very excited when Joel says, Chris, you know, I really feel things, and that's his exact words. The problems are coming to an end, right? Things are looking up right now. We're starting to turn around. And the fact is, you know, we didn't know what to expect. You know, everybody were working around what's going on. And I'm very proud of the fact that we have a CEO that is a fighter. And I respect that tremendously. So the fact is, we will keep moving forward. And I know that when things flows nicely, you won't regret it. In the meantime, there are options, right? And we can investigate these options. But the bottom line here, folks, is these products are here to stay and people need them. And we live in a very toxic environment. And because of that, what we have is a solution to a very common problem. So back to you, Tammy. Number 4.
Well, Chris shared a lot on the next subject, which is building resilience in the face of all the market fluctuations. I mean, we've all gone through it. We've talked to people who thought our products were too expensive, more so now than ever. And you just need to adjust, seriously adjust, bring it down to the level that they can actually relate. They might see the big number of the full price, but break it down into the cost factor of each unit. You know, when they consume the product, for example, ATP, when you kind of break that down, you're looking at less than $3 a package. And the benefits that you get with this product is phenomenal, right? So, and they don't have to take one every day if that's a big challenge for them, and share these things with people. So you build your clientele through these trialing times. Look for people who, like I said, today, I was just watching everybody going in and out of the health store. And obviously these people, price is not an issue for these people. It's like they're in there because they want health products and they're willing to pay. So those are the people that you want to target, you know, create that target market. Baby boomers are the ones that are spending money on this stuff. You know, the kids are gone, you know, empty nesters, they spend more money on themselves. So think of target markets that you can tap into right now through these trialing times so that you get more yeses and just build that resilience. You know, trialing times is good for all of us because it really does toughen up our skin. And economy is not always going to be the same. Everything's not always going to go this way. You're going to have ups and downs in life. It's called life. It doesn't matter whether you're in network marketing or whether you're in traditional business or just a stay-at-home mom, you're going to have challenges. So, you know, it's a matter of just toughing up your skin, sucking it up. And my mother always said, be patient. You know, good things are coming. Always be patient. And I've always been patient, and I believe that always good things are coming.
I believe that 100%. And I appreciate Dave actually talking about the mindset on Facebook Live. Appreciate the comment, buddy. So number 5 is cultivating support in the network marketing community. And one thing I wanted to mention, folks, is I know many of you are not participating, but Max is hosting every Thursdays a session. Now, they're not very in tune with the network marketing aspect. In fact, they're kind of clueless in that area. I hope that call is not going to get to them. But on the other aspect, on the affiliate side of things, they're helpful, right? And they provide information, which they do speak to the choir, where they're educating about products, things we all know, but still it provides you some really good tangible information that you can utilize. And in fact, I'm using some of the things they talk about in our current ad campaign that's taking place right now. And it's a really simple thing, right? You take a couple videos, you put them together, you put a few words, you save the video, you post it. And once you post it, you can boost the post with a, I don't know, a $5 a day budget, or maybe a $30 budget for, I don't know, a week, whatever you choose, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and see where it leads you. And I suggest that you select as an option for them to send you a Facebook message, because that way you can interact right away with them. You can send them some links, you can send them some invitation, all sort of things. Or you can do an ad campaign and with a budget of $5 a day. And folks, this is really not hard to do at all. And they talk about it, right, on the Thursday evening. So I suggest you take advantage of that, because number 5 is cultivating a supportive network marketing community. This is what we have here. This is what tonight's call is all about. And the fact is, you want to participate. You don't want to just be posers, right? You want to take an active role. And every Thursdays, I think it's at 7 o'clock Eastern, Tommy. And I'll start reposting the links into the Telegram group and the Facebook Messenger group. And I suggest folks that instead of ignoring it, just show up and do the homework, because that's another aspect of your business. And here's the thing. I'm not necessarily promoting all that much the affiliate network marketing aspect of things. I'm promoting the customer. Right? The customers for me will be converted. And that's what everybody in the Philippines does. They convert into a customer, and from their customers, they sponsor them. And they're doing really well. Excuse me. Just coming back a little bit.
Yeah, they target market, their local market, where they know they're going to have opportunity presentations, whether it's an in-home or even a Zoom. They leverage the Zooms as well. But when they do live presentations, what they're doing is they have the products that they purchased from them on at the event, so that they can get the product at hand, and at the same time they see the presentation, they listen to the stories of people benefiting from the products, and they start to create excitement for them around the opportunity. So they're doing a really, really great job. If you look at the back office and you look at the top sales, you're going to see the Philippines, and this is what they're up to. And yeah, they've been sharing everything.
Yeah,
with us.
if you look in your back office, you'll notice the Philippines are actually showing up again. So the fact here, so Bet, you mentioned last week, Bobby did an excellent training on the energy drink, on the ATP. Exactly. Again, that's what I mean. I mean, they speak to the choir, right? We all know this stuff, but it's good information that you can utilize, that you can use, and she will share with you some content that you can put into your post. Remember, you don't want to be a doctor in your post. You just want to share some highlight and some capture words that are going to get people's attention. And I recommend that you go out there and watch other kind of posts of what people do, right? So I recommend you show up. It's not going to teach you a lot about the business, but it's going to teach you on how to create videos and how to use the content and to make it public to get people to look towards you. And so my point here is connect to what's available to you. Don't just wait to be fed by someone, but go and fetch the information for yourself. And that Thursday session is helpful. It will help you. It's not a network marketing by a long shot, but it will help you gather your information and put it together to be able to promote and post it. Linda mentioned, has Max made the past recording available? If so, where can we? Yes, it's been made available. And I know that what's her name? Tanya. She sends the information. I've asked Mask if it's possible to make these recordings available in the back office. I don't know if they moved around on that one, but I will investigate again. So it's easier for us to locate those files, because it's wonderful when you email it, but that's not going to go to everyone. And but I will investigate, Linda, because it's a good question. I know I've been this squeaky wheel asking, can you make the recording available? Can we make the recording available? Some of you that's been on a Thursday calls, you've heard me ask for that. So I will definitely ask again and 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 again until I get it. So trust me, I just never stop. And Max knows me for that. Okay, so that's that. Also, I wanted to mention back to Jasmine. She said that she received the GXL. This is wonderful. So I do recommend you order some now, because I don't know how long it's going to last. But that's a great alternative, especially mixed with, in fact, that's what they do in the Philippines, is they were taking the GXL because they haven't received these, the max longevity till, well, at all in 2023. I think like January it stopped. So they've been dealing with the GXL, which is really the main product there. And they love the ribosine. So they ordered a max one with that, just for your information. Okay. So I think we've addressed everybody's comments here. At the end of the day, folks, the call is really not long. We wanted to share with you how we deal with adversity. The summary here is that you want to connect with your team members. If you don't have a team, then connect with us. Make sure you come back here every single Monday. Try not to show up alone. I always tell you, if you show up alone, you learn. If you show up with a guest, or I mean, I should say a team member, because these are kind of teams driven calls, then you earn while you learn. So that's something we highly recommend. But the main thing is your mindset, right? Don't be like everybody else out there, right? That just quits the moment things gets hard. Tammy and I have been going through roller coasters for years. And it's not just Max. Before Max, we had that with our previous company. We've been through the roller coaster. It's just life. And the fact is, you know, I don't want to mention names from previous companies, but, you know, we came across some of those people again. And once again, boom, they quit. You know, the moment something don't go their way, they quit. And that's what they do. And the irony is that some of those people, they were mocking Tammy and I a little bit. Oh, you guys are famous. You know, make all the money, living all the fame and all of that stuff. And I says, why are you saying that? You came in the same time as we did. You were making the same amount of money we did. You choose to walk away. We didn't. That's the mindset, folks. We never did. And we still will not. We will stay the course. As I said in the Philippines, until death do us apart. That's Max and us. It's not going anywhere. We will keep sharing, because these products are real. And I don't know of any companies out there that provides anything remotely as much as they're going to swear to the Holy Grail that they have the solution to all problems. I have not seen, even the new ones that are coming in that are flashy and whatever, they do not measure at all, not even close. And we keep hearing, yeah, we want to come back to Max. We want to come back to your products. It's the only thing that I use that really made a difference. I keep hearing this over and over and over and over. And this is why I know we will survive the test of time. So it's all in your mindset, folks. Don't let the average folks get you out of your dreams. Stay the course. Because I assure you that those of you that stay the course, as Tammy and I have, will thrive. Is there a possibility for you to do some things on the side? Yes, absolutely. Right? Do some different things to subsidize, to make some money. But you don't have to walk away from your dreams just because someone said so. So that's the call for tonight. I don't know if anybody has any feedback or any comments or questions. We can spend a couple more minutes here to address them. But if not, Tammy, what are your last thoughts as we end this session?
I'm brain dead now. Oh,
Well, I know we're still, you know, we're still recording.
Yeah.
We're not in our 40s, right? We're not in our 50s anymore. Well, you know, so we just need to get our beauty sleeps. And but again, I'm very, very grateful for thank you, Lucy. You're awesome. we're very, very grateful for the life that we have. And we're grateful for our company. We're grateful for what we have. And we're grateful for the persistence and the persistence that our leadership has and our executive in the company has. Very proud, but in the same time, keep your mind open to be able to create different stream of incomes for you to be able to thrive in a difficult times. But you don't walk away from your dreams. It's all in a mindset. Have a positive mindset. It's okay to deal with adversity. Don't get stuck in the problem. Just keep doing what you're doing and keep moving forward. So I guess we'll end on this note, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody, for your kind words. Really appreciate you. Those of you on Facebook Live, thank you for being here. Really appreciate you. And we look forward to connect with you next week. So next week, we'll share with you the topic as we move along, and lots of exciting things. So everybody, have yourself a great evening. And thank you very much for attending this evening. It's great to see you all. Sorry we weren't there for 2 weeks, but we just needed that time. It was too difficult to do this with the jet lag in the time zone that we were in, and sometimes the internet was not that great where we were, so it was better that way. Okay, everybody, have a great evening, and the call will be recorded and it will be posted on the Active Team group. Bye for now.